Well, hey there team, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program. That first video was fairly well received. As I said, I think this is a very niche genre. Like, it's basically Satisfactory and Factorio and a very hungry audience. So I had a feeling this would be sort of well received, and I'm happy to report I played about an hour or so last night before I went to bed. So the factories jumped forward a little bit, but like I said, only really an hour, so you can get a lot done. And this game still slaps, man. This has still got my rubber stamp of approval. You know, the first 30 minutes is all good and well, but this is still fantastic. Here, I'll show you something I didn't realize until later. Here's the research tree that we were looking at. And you know, not to sound like a sook, but I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of big. And then I clicked on the upgrades tree. So this is to upgrade your little bloody mech warrior, right? Universe exploration. Able to view the veins. Yeah, so that lets you have a look on the whole planetary system. I don't actually have the ability to fly or anything yet, but you can see here, drive engines, unlock mecha flight. So we can do, what's this? Coal ore. Oh, okay, I haven't really tapped coal yet. Drone engine, what's this? Oh, increase your so your drones fly out from you to construct stuff. I noticed as well. So you can't just put something down and run off. You have to stick around for a second, which is cool because that's something that needs to be researched and optimized as well. So this here, this bloody matrix-looking thing, science matrix, is sort of like your red research from Factorio is the best way to describe it. And as I can understand, like, so here's your main story here, which I've sort of pushed through. I got solar collection, but I haven't done anything with it yet. But you go here, we're going to need the red energy matrix to keep going there, and presumably to get all the way up towards the end. Oh yeah, you're going to need all the bloody colors of the rainbow. Oh, whatever that all is, Jesus. And so I found it down here. There's the red. That's how we unlock the red. And we just finished some technology just then, so that's pretty cool. So I've been sort of just researching all over the place. I sort of jumped through here to get a foundation thing. It's actually a pain in the ass to build foundations like the way that they're built, because I started going into the water with my, look at this, interplanetary logistics system. That's pretty cool. I don't know what this is, but that'll obviously get patched in at a later date. Improved logistics system. What can you give me here? Splitters. And a sorter Mark II. Yeah, okay, cool. And then we've got thermal power. So we can make a power station. We're doing all right for power at the moment, to be perfectly honest. Improve logistics, let's just slap that in, okay? So let me walk you through the base as we've been sort of doing it, right? So you can see there's my power grid going up. One thing that we covered is as I run around my little mecha, you need to put fuel in to recharge him, right? Lack of fuel, right? He has some sort of solar or a bloody RTG or something, right? But something else that I've installed is these things, right? If I stand on that, you can draw directly off the grid. See, my grid went red and it killed everything to charge my dude. But you can actually jack in, I've got another one over there, to your own power grid to, so maybe that's why I would want coal power or something like that, right? But you can charge your dude off of the grid, which is pretty bloody cool. So these are like the research buildings, right? And they get used in a twofold manner. When you build them, you have to pick either you make the matrices from the recipe, right, a la an assembler machine, or you consume them toward a type of research. It's quite clever, actually. I haven't really seen that before, right? So at the moment, I've set up a production line because if we were to pull up my fabricator and click on this, you can see that requires, to build, it requires magnetic coils and circuit boards, which are actually fairly complicated. Circuit board requires the two base materials there, and the magnetic wires, or coils, sorry, require that, and you need to smelt magnets, just like you were smelting bars. It's an alternate smelt recipe. So that's what's happened here. I've basically got, here we go, we've got like a, that's printing circuit boards. And you can see the arm grabbers can actually reach out. I don't know how far they actually can reach out. I'm curious. Oh, there we go. It seems that it can reach out at least 3. That's pretty cool. What if, look at that. We're actually flying through the research at the moment. What if, too far. Oh, there you go. So you can only go 3. Well, hang on. We've got the improved sorter. Any chance you can go to... No, you can't either. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. Good to know. I think I'm draining the power grid. That's why we're getting all this flashing on my screen. Let's just get away from all that. And you can queue up all the different research as well, but I'm happy just going one at a time. At the moment, we're steamrolling it. Look at that. Look at that. 30. But I don't think it'll be long before we start running to... Well, there we go. We won't be able to do that. Yeah, 200. Semiconductor material. Yeah, right. So a lot of it already is just scaling up what we've got. I only just unlocked new power with solar panels, right? Made in assembler, replicator. The thing that, I mean, I guess it is a smallish planet. You can see it down the side. Thermal power, there we go. We might look into that. So we're actually flying through the research at the moment. What if we get the energy matrix thing up? Let's just do that now. So we can sort of start working towards the red research. And so, yeah, one of the upgrades to my mech was this panel. So I can turn on the power grids. I can turn on these markers that tell me where all the veins are on the planet, which is pretty handy. But crude oil as well. You can turn off like your warnings and building names. I don't really want to do that. The other interesting thing is, like, for example, this steel, right? Which I'm putting that into storage for a reason, because to make foundations you need steel, and steel is one of the first recipes that you're not allowed to make in your onboard replicator. We've seen this in probably in Factorio. I haven't played enough of Factorio to know for sure, but I know that this is a part of Satisfactory. You can't just manhandle every item. There becomes some items that you physically can't make without a machine. All right, look at this. Plasma refining. Hydrogen and refined oil. Wow. By refining crude oil with plasma. Yeah, right. So, like, I've got the ability to transport liquids and that sort of thing, but there hasn't really been a huge call for it. Now, you can't run the 2 different research trees in parallel. So if I want to research my mech, I need to pivot and do that separately. That's something I'm actually thinking about more and more, because my lack of mobility is starting to become a bit of a pain in the bum. Mechanical frame. Oh, well, there you go. This increases my move per second. Electric motor. Let's have a look. Can I make electric motors by hand? Well, there we go. Any chance? How many did we need? Bloody 60 or something? 10, 20, 30. I'll queue up 30 and double check if it was 30 or 60. It was 60. So maybe this is a sensible split, like be doing this stuff by hand. Oh, and it produces 2. Fantastic, so that's enough. Replicate. Oh, there you go. That's cool. And it gives you a bloody Q projection. So that's going to take a couple of minutes. Or does that mean 2 seconds? Yeah, I think it might be. That's all right. We'll just let it run. Yeah, so some things don't require your generic sort of research. Now, I don't know if you can get mergers. I don't think you can get mergers in this game. I'm not sure. Hang on. No, you can definitely get a splitter, but you can't necessarily get a merger, right? So if you want to try and run like a sushi train or something, like a belt that folds back on itself, I actually don't think that's possible. Because if if I were to run a belt like so, right? See little bots come out to build it, and then they come back and grab the resources and go back out. So it actually takes a little bit of time. So if I were to like try and do this, I don't think it'll fork. That's fine because we want a splitter. But say you wanted to merge a belt like that, it's not going to like that, I think. Oh no, he lies. Oh, look at that. It does smart merge. Clever. Yeah, good, because yeah, okay, cool. That's the one thing I couldn't figure out. When I was building earlier, I had an issue getting that going. Okay, so you can merge. Interesting. So, let's see, because I'm not using this belt anymore. Oh, that's a foundation as well, by the way. Good. Yeah, so this is what a foundation does, and it just puts it to 0. Whatever 0, like water level, whatever you want to bloody call it, there is a 0 point. So you can't actually, well, you fly if you go on the water as well, but you move really slow. So your terrain modification is pretty much limited to just flattening. In this mode, laying foundations can restore the buried veins. There can be no buildings. Oh, okay. I guess I'd have to, maybe that's something for later. Flatten the surface to 0 altitude. Lack of item. Yeah, right. So I don't have foundation. And to build it, see, I need steel and I need stone. And my thing's sort of busy. So like, I'd almost build a foundation machine. I know there's probably a lot of use for water later, but at the moment, not so much. So things like this, you're gonna have landmass issues when you run up against water. Even little pools like that. So yeah, maybe having a foundation production chain is sensible. Do I have any of these that I can queue up that oh, you know what? I'll just do this because it'll use my inventory. Did I nearly have enough just then already? Where are my motors? Um, 18 out of 47. Yeah, we're going to need to build some more. So back into the fabricator. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. That should do it. Yeah, cool. And that's my copper production line over there. It's pretty good. It moves at a fast clip because... Oh, here we go. Watch, I'm gonna go make my grid shit itself, recharging my dude. Oh no, it's gone yellow. It's holding up. We've probably got a good wind. So it's charging me like flat stick. But it hasn't shut down my... There, good. It means I've shored my power up enough. We'll just let him recharge for a little bit there. Yeah, I probably could have timed that a bit better. So it's still... Yeah, okay, it's still building. Yeah, I'm looking forward very much to, like, the interplanetary iron veins, copper veins. Okay, cool. The thing that interests me most is that these resources are exhaustible, like that's sort of core to the game, which I'm more used to Satisfactory, where they're kind of just not. They can't be exhausted. So I guess eventually your industry will grind to a halt, right? Yeah. Anyway, let's see, what can we get going here? Water pump, oil extractor. I mean, I don't really know why at the moment. Other than to just do it. Smelter. Well, oil refinery, there we go. I guess we could refine oil. What does my my new power plant use? That uses combustible materials such as coal. Such as coal? So would it use... Can we employ oil in any way in fuel production? Don't know. Okay. And then that. And then that. Yeah, actually, yeah, maybe getting a foundation factory might be good. Let's do that. Alright, so we've got stones over here. So, gathering. If you double click this, you can go here and then build it. That said, we're gonna have to sit in the queue. Oh, that's not so a minute. It's not so bad. Yeah, so see like this. I mean, it's a not a bad bottleneck to have, I guess. So this is part of the production of my matrices. I must have maxed them out. Oh look, I'm 5 short. I've done some dodgy math somewhere. Okay. But yeah, that's going to be stop starting. But at the end of the day, I guess, like, are we in a screaming hurry to over farm all our resources? Maybe, maybe not. I don't think so. All right, mining machine. That'll do for the moment. He's probably going to need a Tesla tower to connect. Alright, so that's going to mine stone. Now foundation requires like a cut stone sort of looking thing, I think. So I've got an assembler here. I mean, I guess running a belt straight out is the sensible thing to do, right? I guess I've got some Mark II sorters, so put that in. Give it a recipe. Huh. Maybe it goes into the smelter. Sounds strange, I know, but made in smelting factory. Ah, there you go. Do I have a smelter? I do not. I'll produce one. I think our research got completed. Inventory capacity. So yeah, oh, here you go. +1 construction drone. Let's do that just because we've already got that sort of facility automated. Whereas, yeah, I think if it's non-matrix stuff, you have to do it by hand. What were we building? A smelter. There it is there. Right. So load that up. Recipe, yeah, stone. Let's go. Insufficient power supply. Yeah, so we don't seem to have any sort of power storage yet, which is a bit poo. Because like right now, look like we're on the dark side. I guess thermal power. Thermal power is the go. Does it give me a free... Quite often when you research things, it gives you something for free. Yeah, good. Right. Energy efficiency 80%. Okay. We completed some more research, so now I've got some more little drones. Oh, here we go. Drone engine. Oh yeah, that couldn't hurt. Crude oil. There's some coal over there. Yeah, let's just go tap this. Ugh, so slow. And to think we're going to be flying between planets soon, you know? Oh god, and I've run away from my power grid as well. Alright, let's plonk this down and see what happens. No fuel.
A thermal power station. Such power facilities need to consume chemical energy fuels. If you wanted to generate continuous and stable power, you need to ensure a sufficient fuel supply at all times.
Yeah. I'm working on it. Yeah, so this is the closest thing to a continuous power source you could see before. Because of, I mean, it's a video game, you know, how solar and wind are sort of gateways to something better. I mean, let's just do that. Alright. And the belt. Like that. Yeah, see my little drones need to build that? That's cool. Lack of item. Alright, make 5 Tesla towers. It's good, like the clip that it moves at is faster than the other games, but that's obviously because it has a much larger scope. If you've seen any of the trailers and that, you get to a point where you're setting up all these interplanetary trade routes, lots of little vehicles constantly moving gear back and forth. That's sort of where we're headed. I need more. So you get used to the, oh wow, look how slow I'm moving now that I'm out of power. That's yuck. What's this? Plasma exciter. Alright, so that should buy me a little bit of enough energy to run over and sap my core at least. Let's see if I can, oh, did my replicator stop maybe? No. I had bad timing just then. So if we do that... Right, so that's putting strain on my network. And now we're all blue. Yeah, that's probably because now the power's going into the coal generator. This network's barely noticing it. Star map, let's go. Oh, so we're technically on a moon? Planet, satellite planet, around a gas giant. I guess, yeah, satellite might be the correct term, right? Lava planet. Ice field planet. Yeah. And then all these other stars. This game is gonna be fucking insane, man. I just press escape. Nice. I'm just gonna go double check on my my coal power setup. The factory must grow. Yeah, construction drones fly faster. Yeah, this thing loves it. Conversion rate 80%. Nice. I think we're good. We're good for a little while there. Drive engine? Nah. So what's this need? Requires solar sail orbit system. Oh, okay. Vertical construction. That requires red research, which we're not really doing. Veins utilization. Okay, so apart from manhandling stuff, we've gone about as far as we can go there on that tree. Here we go. Let's do this semiconductor. So we're going to need to investigate the red resource. So let's produce one of these. But yeah, so you can only manhandle so much stuff in the replicator, this early game stuff, which is good. But we're getting up to a point where, you know, there are multiple components already that I'm not allowed to make. Oh, here we go. That's kind of what I wanted to figure out. What is this made from? Energetic graphite and hydrogen. Hydrogen. Okay, now that's where the liquids are going to come into play. Is that, that's giving me a recipe there. What is the white liquid? Coal ore. Right, so we can just convert coal straight into this, but we can also, there's another recipe there. That's interesting. And we can't make any of the liquid stuff from hand. I'm trying to, you're right. Okay, get to you. What is this? Refined oil. That makes a bit more sense. Okay, cool. So refined oil, now what's this? Crude oil. So crude oil we can have turn into refined oil plus hydrogen. And it looks like if we put refined oil and hydrogen together in a, that makes 2 and 1. But if you do it in a backwards mix, a 1 to 2, you can actually make excited graphene and more hydrogen. That's cool. Because that works a lot better for this thing's recipe, because they're actually the core ingredients to that. Right, so what's that mean? It means bloody oil refinery is kind of the next big thing for us. Yeah, good. And that's sort of, this is a good place to sort of update the factory, right? Because we did hit, dare I say, a bottleneck, or rather, you know, I've got the production of my matrix cubes in hand pretty well. Just sort of looking for the next thing to do. But yeah, getting the red research up and running reliably is going to be interesting. I'm curious though, if I pull out to the like later stages, how much are you going to take? 2,000? That's not that much. So you don't, like for the early research, that's not much at all. 3,000. But I'm presuming that these other later ones, like 3,000 of that red is going to be a pine, Jesus Christ. 1,200, yeah, okay. Interesting. I think it's more the milestone of getting the actual industry set up to make the research, as opposed to the volume of it. You don't have to scale up the factory too much, which is good, because that'd probably be boring as fuck. You know, we want to make more interesting and new production lines. You don't want to just be scaling up all the time. That wouldn't be that much fun. Anyway, so that's where the factory's at. I don't know, I'll, like I said, if I've got spare time, I suppose I'll chip away at it. If this is still received well beyond the first episode, I'm happy to just turn this into a full playthrough. I guess we'll just see how the video goes. So team, thanks again for joining me. Might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.